He made a decision. One day he would change the history. Years later, he landed a job at a small coffee shop. But he saw something bigger, a vision no one else did. He imagined a place where coffee wasn't just a drink, but an experience, a community. He was excited, ready to bring his ideas to life. But the company owner shut him down. Investors, more than 200 investors rejected him. Every door seemed to be closed. Most people would have taken the hint and moved on, but not him. He knocked again and again. That boy was Howard Schultz, the man who turned Starbucks into a global brand. Today, with just 35,000, not just a 35,000 stores is a big number, and I don't know for sure if I've got the number right, but you can take a guess of the Starbucks. His story is a reminder that setbacks aren't dead ends, they are just a part of the journey. So, as we begin today's meeting, let's keep that in mind that some ideas will be rejected, some speeches won't go as planned, but sometimes the only thing standing between us and success is our own willingness to keep going. And now, with that, let's get started. I would like to start by introducing our guest for today, guest Raj. He's joining a meeting for the second time. So, Raj, maybe you can tell us about how you like the Toastmasters experience in the first meeting and what are you expecting out of this meeting? You're on mute.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Aditya, for this opportunity. Before starting, I would like to share a little bit about myself, especially for the new participants. So basically, I'm a company secretary and a legal professional working with Siemens Limited. So as a company secretary, my role revolves around navigating the corporate governance, ensuring compliance, and occasionally, untangling the complex regulatory matters. So if you ever need a compliance riddle solved, I'm your person. So though it sounds serious, but trust me, it keeps me exciting, and that is my day-to-day routine job. So I've been working with Siemens for a couple of years now, and before that I used to work with RPG Group and Datamatics again in the secretarial domain. And beyond work, I prefer exploring different vegetarian cuisines, and when I need a break, probably you'll find me, taking a peaceful walk surrounded by greenery. That is, my version of mental reset. And yeah, on a personal note, I have recently stepped into an exciting role that is of parenthood. So me and my wife are have welcomed our first child. I mean, just like it's just been over a month, and it has been both joyful and transformative experience. So yeah, so that is something, and probably uh, understanding from my last session, probably I would like to put one phrase which would surround my personality would be I look before leaping. So basically, I believe in thorough strategic and always prepared for what's ahead, rather than embarking on a journey which is uh, which would probably, like impromptu speaking, that is not something my forte is. I like to be more planned that ways. And I've joined, like, in case if I prefer to join the Toastmasters Club, I'm looking for the public communication, leadership, and networking with, all of you, and learning from each one of you. So
Thank you. Thank you. That has to be one of the nicest guest introduction I have seen up until now. Very thorough. And congratulations on becoming a father. I could see smiles on the two mothers in our meeting here as soon as you mentioned it. So congratulations
thank
on
you.
that. Happy times.
Yeah.
And now with that, we can move ahead. And I would like to introduce our Toastmaster of the day, the ever cheerful, joyful, supportive HR professional, HR head actually of Anand Rathi Wealth Management. Toastmaster Tejal. Over to you, Toastmaster Tejal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditya. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club. And as Toastmaster of the day, I am excited to announce the theme of the day. First of all, I'd like to thank you, Aditya, for setting the context based on the theme on a positive mindset. Yeah. So today, let's experience how things can change in our lives without costing a penny. And that's something to do with positive mindset. Life throws curveballs at us, but our response to them makes the difference. A positive mindset can transform challenges into opportunities, setbacks into comebacks, and doubts into confidence. I'd like to talk about an article which I read yesterday, written by an European entrepreneur called Nick Huno, where he highlights life changing lessons he learned when he moved to India and how these lessons reshaped his view of life. So, one incident which I would like to talk about here is he was amazed by how people make the most of the limited resources that they have. He saw farmers in India growing crops in difficult conditions, at the same time, street vendors bargaining like Wall Street traders. He realized that there is constraint in every situation, but the person with the positive mindset feels that constraints aren't limits, but they can inspire new ideas and solutions. There are many such incidences that he's mentioned in that article. I'd like to share the view, that link in the article of the article in the group. So those who are interested may read it. So on that note, let's start with an activity. Okay. So let's listen to personal stories about a time when positive mindset helped you overcome a challenge or a challenging situation. So who among us have such story, and would you like to share it with us?
Can you please repeat your question? Sorry, I lost you for a minute, Tejal.
Yeah. So I'm saying we all have personal stories about a situation which is a challenge or a challenging situation, right? And how a positive mindset helped you overcome those challenges.
Can I go first?
Yes, please. Toastmaster Mitesh.
Yeah, okay. So if I talk about positive mindset, okay, there was a time, during my school and that time because I was a very slow learner in my academics. So in that way, when I adapted to positive mindset in terms of what are my abilities, what are my strengths, and focusing on that instead of worrying about the comparisons, worrying about what others are doing, how they are performing. So when I started focusing on my performance, it really helped me to grow and do better, in terms of whatever I'm doing. So I believe positive mindset should be focused on what you are doing, on your abilities, on your skills, on yourself. Accepting your own weaknesses as well, your limitations as well, because just pushing harder just because they are doing, why can't I do it? See, always we can't do everything. So I believe, yes, you should accept your abilities, you should accept your limitations, and accordingly you should prepare yourself. So that's kind of my positive mindset helped me to perform better in my academics as well, and whatever the skills I was looking to learn. So yeah, that's my take.
Wonderful, Mitesh. Couldn't agree more that leveraging on your existing skills and accepting your challenges, pushing yourself hard to get what you want to get, right? Truly inspiration. Anybody else?
Yeah, I would like to go. Usually, what happens is whenever asked some such questions to share a anecdote from their personal life, I'm the first one to back out because I honestly I'm not able to remember any at that moment. And It's the same right now. I don't remember any of it, but I would like to just say a few things, what I think or what I feel about the topic that you mentioned. Positive mindset. As much as we talk about how we should keep a positive outlook, I want to highlight how difficult it becomes at times. You're thrown away with challenges, just like Yorker balls all the time, one after the other. But I have to also highlight the fact that it is at times very difficult to be in that mindset. But I think as we mature, like if I would consider myself a year or two ago, I was very impatient. Maybe a year or two later now, I have become a little patient. If something is not going my way, I would rather not panic and just take a step back and just be quiet for a while, see how that plays out. And most probably it does play out well, as you mentioned. So, yes, we have to accept a few things at times, keep a positive outlook, and just stay put. It works out in the end eventually.
Yes, Toastmaster Aditya, very well put up. I think patience and perseverance would lead to get you what you want to. Who would like to go next?
I'll try. So
Yes, please. Toastmaster Videsh.
yes. So hello everyone. So the point that you mentioned about positive mindset and the challenges that we face, not in just be it in whichever phase in your life you are in, be it in your college, be it in your job. So for me right now, since last 2 years I've been started working, and the thing that in my job, what the main aim is to do is making it simpler. Okay. And going through because when I create something, when I design something which is which I can design it in 2 minutes, but it will be have a lot of complexities with it. But to making it simpler, it takes a lot of effort and to do it. So I think one such instance occurred to me where I just took 2 3 hours of thinking, and just to build that one simple solution. So I think that comes with a price to pay, that time that you have to give in, and you have to just focus on the problem, and that's what just I did, and keep on brainstorming and iterating solutions. So that just helped me, and I think it helps in moreover a problem solving skill that I think everyone has. It is just we just need to focus on it, that's to bring it out. So I think that would be my story, yeah, on the positive mindset.
Thank you so much, Master Viraj. Very so much to learn from each one of us. I mean, understanding what the problem is, brainstorming, breaking it down, and being patient. I think that's where you get the positivity and you get what you want to. Yes, yes, Toastmaster Sudha.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. So for me, it is about what is that person or that moment which changes my stream of thinking, especially when you are
I think we lost
that you
Sudha.
need to do and have
Sudha, ma'am, we lost you for last 30
to
seconds.
do basically
You were
to do, but
breaking.
bogged down by all those day to get to the work, get deal with meetings, which and I may be
Sorry,
resonating with
Sudha,
each
ma'am, we
other,
lost you
and
for last
lots of other
30,
things,
40
and then
seconds.
one small moment or incident which changes, and oops,
Yeah, maybe
I
you
think
have
we've
to
lost her
start again,
again.
ma'am, from the beginning.
Yeah.
oh, okay, can I start again?
Yes,
Yes,
please,
and
because we lost you
also if you
in
can
between.
just yeah, you're on video too now. I was gonna ask you to just
Have you got
restart
me
the
now?
video.
Yeah.
Maybe you
In
can
case still there
restart
is
your
issue,
video once. It's
correct. You
glitching a
can.
Okay,
little.
I'll start again.
Yeah. Maybe someone else can go. Shreyansh.
Yeah. Toastmaster Shreyans, would you like to share any of your positive mindset Ma'am is back.
Yes. So yeah, means in the past few years when I went out for competitions and etc. So there was always a negative thing in my back of the mind that what will happen if I don't we win or something like that. What will be the situation at my home? How will my family react? Because at such a big level of competition, there was always the fear in my back of the mind that I'm going there, I'm going traveling to other cities, and what if I don't perform well or something like that. But at the end, the one thing that used to keep me sane was like that whenever I used to look around, so I always think that whenever you go out on a street or some or whenever you're walking, you just have a look around and you can see people are just walking. The world is like that. Whether something happens to you or not, if you win or you lose, the world won't change. It's still moving on. So this gives me a sense of a motivation that whatever the result is, we should keep going on because nothing affects more. And as soon as we work more harder and we get to that level, then it's fine. Then everything is fine. So just go out, have a walk is my go-to for a more positive mindset. Over to you, Toastmaster Teja.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreyans. I think today I'm also issue.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm keeping my video off for some time till I get better network. Yeah, so very well said. I think without outcome could be continue to do or I was lost.
I guess Ambani is on a world tour. Everyone net is off today. Toastmaster Tejal, are you there?
That's why
Yeah,
go for a local ISP like me.
at my end and I had switched off my camera.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we can hear you right now. So
Now
yeah,
am I audible?
yes, you
Yes,
are.
you're audible.
Yes. Okay. So yes, Sudha ma'am, we can now all waiting to hear from you about your story.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
you're audible.
Okay, sorry,
Yes,
did Tejal ask me or someone else?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. You.
yes, Sudha ma'am. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm losing gear there, and Tejal is also going on and off. I don't know what kind of. Okay, great.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say is that amidst a very busy day that we all have, I look for one opportunity or one incident which kind of changes my track of thought. And most of the time, let me tell you, it is a innocent face of a kid, right? So that makes me so refreshing. It's unbelievable. So when you're going to work or you're coming back, you find these school kids all hustled in their uniform, huddled in their uniform, and they are putting their arms around each other, talking about the exam or going for the exam, and trying to make that life is all about just doing well. And I wanted to say, hey boss, बहुत कुछ देखना है अभी, ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है. But it grounds me so much to say that this is how we should be. Just take one thing at a time. When we were kids, we handled childhood, and then now we are into adulthood, and then we have got so many responsibilities, and we get totally bogged down. But when I see them, I say, that's the way to deal with life. Take one day at a time, take one thing at a time, and just be. See, whatever is in our control is in our control. Do something about it. What is not in our control, just leave it. I mean, there's no point in thinking about it. So I think children are one element for me to bring positivity. And it is always works. Believe me, you look for a kid around or a person who is a kid, one of them will definitely trigger you back to uh, fun and just being happy. Thank you.
Just to add to that,
Thank
if I
you so much,
may,
Sudha ma'am. Yes, please.
no, every time that just reminds me, every time I go by my school or any other school and I see students leaving the school, I just remember it was a much simpler time. and eh, and it's actually more nicer, or I don't know, it's nicer is a good word, but a good time to be a kid with all the technology around, and like the income levels have also gone up of parents in the last 20 years. So now is the best time to be actually be a school going kid. Enjoy
But
the
the world
time.
wants you to grow up, Aditya. That's the problem. All of us.
No, I would definitely like to go back to the pre-social media era because I still remember when I was at the school, there were more real connections comparing to this virtual connections that we have right now. Right, we are just connecting on the virtual networks on WhatsApp, on social media accounts. But I believe that was a time pre-social media era until like I believe that that was something different. That was a time when we had more real connection, more real interactions with people. So that was I am really missing that.
Well, what
Yeah, so
reminds
most of Aditya, so most of us already visited our school days last week. Probably you missed it, but yeah, it was quite
yes.
nostalgic.
Uh, yes, we had a theme on back to school, so we went on a nostalgic journey last week only to our school days, and we were remembering it, all the kind of mischief that we had done, all the kind of enjoyment that we had during that time.
I definitely missed it then. Yeah.
Right. Yes, Toastmaster Tejal.
Sorry, I'm facing some network issue.
Mm,
I don't know what reason.
Maybe you can switch to mobile internet.
Yeah, that's what I've done. And just change it to
And maybe
personal.
Sorry.
you guys can turn off your video if the data is an issue, if it runs out.
Yeah, I switched.
Yeah.
I've used a separate dongle for it, but
I,
it's not helping.
yeah. I think only
All
Toastmaster
right, so
Darshita is left to tell her about her
share the
positive
story.
story.
Guest,
Darshita, please.
I'll just let's start 1 second. Probably I'll have to put the charger.
No problem.
yeah, no worries. May I, may I,
Darshita, if you could share your
Still,
experience
I think you're
positive
on.
mindset.
Please mute yourself.
Yeah, okay. So I was wondering, like, I just have a pass on this, but okay, it's my turn now. So it's like in my life, I don't have much of a positive mindset to say as well. Because see, like things come in a flow, they go in a flow. There's not much to think about it. And like when something happens, it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. Things will happen on their own. It's sort of like that. Not much of a positive mindset, I would say that I have, but it's like, what if something what not happen? I usually go by a negative mindset. It was the worst that could happen, and then it doesn't happen that bad. So I can think that's like the reverse of positive mindset, but yeah, something like that.
That's the Gen Z mindset. I can relate to it. I wasn't just sure if I should have been that blunt. Otherwise, I would have said the same. But thanks.
I have something more to add to it, but I don't want to spoil the flow of the meeting. Tejal, please continue. Yeah. I have something definitely to say to Darshita, but I will talk about that later. Should we start with the prepared speeches? Because I think we're losing out on time.
Yes.
Uh,
So let's do one thing. Till the time Toastmaster Tejal fixes a net, I would urge the role players to go and give the guidelines, and then we can move on to the prepare speech.
okay.
Thank you, Shreyans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shreyans. So I am the speech evaluator for the prepared speaker of today's meeting, Toastmaster Darshita. She is appearing for her level 2 project 2 speech from her pathway presentation mastery. Let me just read the.
Sorry to interrupt, Toastmaster Mitesh.
Yeah.
Let's go over timer, our counter, and comedian first, and then we can move on to
Oh, okay. No
this.
issues. No issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
So since we had less people attending today, when he had other commitments, so I'm taking up the timer role. So Since we are having just one speech today, timing for that speech is going to be, as Toastmaster Mitesh mentioned, 5 to 7 minutes. And for that speech, I will show a yellow card at the end of 4 minutes, green card at the end of 5 minutes, and uh, red card at the end of 7 minutes. And apart from that, I'll give the timer guidelines for the table topics later on. And for interest of not having many members attending, our counter and grammarian role, I would like to take that opportunity to ask Mitesh to actually take it up for the sake of Darshita's speech, to include that in your evaluation.
Yes, yes, sure.
Maybe we can go forward with Toastmaster Darshita's speech now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm the speech evaluator for Toastmaster Darshita. She is appearing for her level 2 project 2 speech from her pathway presentation mastery. The objective is of the speech is for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how he or she uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. So I wish best of luck to Toastmaster Darshita. Okay. Just a minute. For you, I just announced the name of the title of your speech. So Toastmaster Darshita, 20s, not fancy. 20s, not fancy. Toastmaster Darshita.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay. Can I see the timer, the cards once?
Uh, Toastmaster Aditya,
Yeah,
please.
I'm doing it. I will change it to yellow once 5 minutes are over.
Okay then.
It is green, Toastmaster Aditya. 5 minutes green, 6 minutes
Sorry,
yellow,
sorry.
10 minutes.
I'm taking a timer role after a long time. Yes, yes. Green, yellow, and red. But Toastmaster
Okay.
Darshita, you can start. I'll share the Zoom background. You can check it whenever possible. I just don't have
Okay.
the white background as of yet. So as the
Okay.
base, I
Okay.
will use this background.
Just a minute. Huh? Okay. I'm here. Shall I go, sir? Okay. Good morning, everyone. And okay. So as you know, the title of my speech is 20s Not So Fancy. And everyone present here have been through the 20s or are in the 20s. And personally for me, I am in the start of my 20s. And as I would like to say, 20s are not so fancy, okay? It's it's been like 11 months and they're not going that good. So I'll give you a recap. I'll give you a rewind, okay? When I was a kid, I was in school, I was in junior college. Things were different. Everything for me was planned by my parents. They were like, Dashita, you have to do this. You're going to this school. Okay, father, I'll do this. It was all like that. Mother used to say, Dashita, it's the Olympics. You have to do the Olympics. I would be like, okay, mother, I'll prepare for it. It was just like that. And as I grew up, I realized that
Okay, so now Darshita is also
Uh,
down. Oh my God, what is happening today?
I think the main reason is that BMC has started constructing the roads, and because of that, I believe that internal cable wires are been destructed, and because of
what
that, this
what
all
a
issues are happening
what a
because they
what
have
a what a
constructed all the
theory.
roads.
Wait, I call her quickly.
I will just go if I go down, I will see 10 roads who are just under construction, and we don't have the way to move out of our home,
But
and
that
that is
is
the
a
Guys,
main
I'm
reason.
so
that
sorry.
is a
There's some.
perpetual situation in Mumbai.
Yeah, I think Darshita and
I'm
Tejal are
so
back.
sorry, guys. Some major issue today. I never faced such problems otherwise. All the devices are down. Nothing is working.
Not a problem. No
Finally,
problem.
I connected to my mobile. Yes. So where are we? I mean, I was not there for quite some time. Darshita
Darshita's
has
speech
shared her
has,
story, is that?
yeah, no, Darshita
You
has
are
started with
audible.
her speech.
You are visible, Darshita. आप चाहे तो वापस चालू करो.
Yeah,
Yes, and please unmute yourself.
I'll restart. Darshita, restart the speech.
She's gone again.
Wow, today is a comedy of errors, I must say.
Yeah.
Actually,
So we are facing hybrid like issues in online meeting too now.
let's wait for a minute for Darshita.
So she
She,
started her speech, is it?
yeah, she started with the speech, but even she lost connection.
But I guess we were to have Shreyansh's speech first, right?
There was some unforeseen
Okay.
circumstances right before the meeting. We had to cancel it, unfortunately.
Okay, so let's not waste time. Tejal, are you
Yeah.
there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. So if you're okay, you can take it on and then we'll start with table topics because I don't want to lose too much time. It's already
Yeah,
11:01.
Maybe we can have the speech at the end.
Darshita
Can
texted
But
me
she was,
to wait 1
but
minute.
Darshita was delivering her speech, or she was just narrating the
She was.
incidents?
No,
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 she
she
was
was
delivering
delivering
her
her
speech,
speech. Yeah.
but even she
Oh,
lost.
okay.
Wait for her for 1 minute. I don't.
Yeah, let's wait for a minute.
Yeah, she
I
is
think
joining back.
Sudha, we can start with. Okay, no, Darshita is here.
Have you read the objectives,
Am
Mitesh?
I audible?
Who is the
Yes,
Yes, yes, you're
evaluator
audible.
here?
Yes.
Sorry, who's the
Yes,
What is
I'm the
Sai doing
evaluator.
here? TM Sai.
Toastmaster Sai Prasad.
Okay. I thought it's the BKC Sai, yeah. Okay. And no, sorry, I'm just trying to get some semblance here. So have you read the objectives of the speech, Mitesh?
Yes, I've read the objectives, ma'am.
Okay.
It is on the body language, level 2, project 2 speech, presentation mastery.
Yeah, Darshita, start your speech again, please. Thank you.
Are you there, Darshita?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
yes.
you're audible.
Hello.
Darshita,
Yes, you
you're
are
You're
audible.
audible,
audible.
Yes,
but
you're audible.
we can't see you.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, perfect. Yeah.
Actually, I can't hear anyone if someone is saying something.
We are talking.
You're audible, Darshita.
We are
So you
talking.
can go on.
You can start with your speech.
Wow, I've never experienced this. This is
Actually, it's starting
I
to work
know.
me now.
Let's do one thing. Let's move on with table
Move
topic. I
on
guess
with
we dropped once
education
again.
Yes,
session and
ma'am.
table
Please
topics. We
move
can
ahead
have
with
the
the
speech at
education
the
session.
end.
Yeah.
आप education session start कर दो so
Okay.
that we can go ahead with the agenda of the meeting.
Great. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. and guests. And with this, what do you say, experience of having one incident after the other, I hope I can hold the table topic session completely till the end. I hope there are no glitches. So I want all of you to pay attention to what we are going to cover today. So, impromptu speaking. Now, impromptu speaking is the most essential skill for any person, not only for Toastmasters, but I think for anyone in this world. I can give you examples. Maybe Tejal can give me an example. What was your first impromptu uh, session or impromptu experience from today morning? One impromptu where you were not prepared and somebody asked you something.
Since morning, I've not had it since morning, but I can tell you in this week that probably at the office, the meeting was with some different agenda, and from nowhere the context came into what is my work profile, and I was asked to give the background about that topic, which I was not prepared for. But of course, since I had done the work on that, I could address. Had I been prepared, I would have been better in terms of addressing that question.
Correct, correct. I think that impromptu moments are there in our lives on a daily basis. And I think the way we usually come to be comfortable with it is when your mind is already positioning as to what you want to get out of that particular interaction. So it could be an interview, like something like what Tejal said. It could be your first date where you're trying to propose to your so-called sweetheart. And yes, Valentine's is just around the corner. So it can be, Aditya is the one who put a lot of hearts on the screen. So Aditya, I'm going to put you on a hotspot on this anyway. So with that, also the other moments are, as parents, I think we get a lot of questions from our children. Why is it that everybody is going to Kumbh? Why is Kumbh so important? Or why do we need to go to the temple? So these are all impromptus which we face all the time. Husband and wife, why was your phone engaged at this point of time? Why did you forget my birthday or my anniversary? So different kind of impromptus. And these impromptus are so important that ultimately, if you don't address it, you're going to have a lot of backlog which you have to face, and you're going to get a backlash at the end of it. So it is important to be prepared for impromptus. Here today, I am going to cover impromptu speaking per se and how you can get yourself prepared for such moments. And also trying to cover the aspect of table topics as a contest in Toastmasters. Okay. So if you just give me a second, I have some slides which I will try and share with you so that it makes a little bit of a visual impact as well. Yeah, can you guys see it? Yeah.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, great. So, like everyone knows that table topics impromptu speaking is about quick thinking, obviously builds your confidence. Always when you're ready for it and you have addressed the like an elevator pitch. Everybody has heard of the elevator pitch. If you suppose meet your boss or your future employer or anyone in the lift, in exactly 1 minute or 2 minutes, you should be able to cover as to what you are all about and create an impact. So that definitely builds your confidence, encourages creativity, how you can bring humor into it, how you can address things in a different manner so that your mind is thinking of different options, improves general knowledge, world affairs. Definitely. You have to be well read to be able to handle any kind of table topics. Helps you make conversation and also networking. If you are thrown into a conference for 2 days and you don't know a single soul there, you have to have a kind of a paragraph ready about you, which creates an impact and purposefulness for the person to start interacting with you the second time you meet him. So, impromptu is about information. It is also about creating an impact and also creating the need for that person to be able to connect back to you at a later time. Helps your career for sure. Today, everything is about networking. If you want an internship, you have to be a good networker. If you want to have a change of job, you have to be a good networker. If you want to be having peer recommendations for your job, you have to be a good networker. So everywhere it kind of fits in, and that's what we are going to cover. What are the fuel for a great table topic speaker? Very important, guys. Reading books. I think information, or I say, like when you're manufacturing something, you need raw materials. The raw materials for a good table topics speech is reading books, podcasts, listening to podcasts, quotes and sayings. Every time you come across a good quote, it's not like when you're going to give a speech, you try to search on Google and look for a quote. You will forget it. You will never remember it beyond that purposeness of thing. You have to be able to sketch it down in a notebook. And when you're ready for constructing a speech or ready for delivering a speech, take out that book and see where those quotes kind of fit in. And the more you start doing it, you go back to those notes, you're able to refer them in the different circumstances and situations that you're faced with. News and current events, very important. What is the news today? What is the highlight of today's, or people are talking about? Maybe economically, or finance, or markets related. Can anybody tell me what is the highlight of today? Headlines. Sorry, I'm doing a general knowledge quiz, it looks like. Y'all can
Okay,
just go for it. It's not necessary
okay,
for
can I
everybody to
share
know.
about the market? Like, I believe the recent news is about the budget that was shared by the finance minister that
Sure.
they have tax exemption upon up to 12 lakh income. So I think that was
Yes.
a big
Big
relief to
highlight.
the middle class. So that is the trending news going on
Yeah.
recently by in this week. So I
Yeah.
believe that
Yeah.
was the highlight.
Absolutely.
Um,
And then Trump
Yeah,
he's the biggest
yeah,
news
Trump.
today. Yeah. I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
what is he going to do to
he's
the
every
world?
day in the news. He's
Yeah. What is
just
he going to do to the
signing
world?
up the executive orders,
I
and he's
heard
every day in the news.
I heard this on CNBC or NDTV Profit, I think. The host was saying every morning when I wake up, I am like, since their job is to actually tread through all the news and bring us the news. They are like
Yeah.
every morning that we are waking up not in a fear, but in excitement or in a limbo. What's he gonna do? Because
Absolutely.
because
I
of the
mean,
time zone he does it, and you wake up to that news.
absolutely. And sometimes I feel that um, he is entertainment for everyone. Whether he is going to do something or not, we don't know. But I think he's entertainment. So I think if you're not a part of what's going to happen or what's happening around it, you're not going to be a good table topic speaker. You should be able to pick up those points where it is relevant. Maybe when you talk of something crazy, you have to bring the Trump mania into your conversation, and that's how your table topics becomes more interesting. Opinion pieces by experts. I don't know how many people here read the editorial. No, y'all are nodding your head, not very clear. So
I read it.
I
That's
think
another good way for table topics.
yeah,
Sorry to cut
I
you in
hate
between.
to read the headlines because sometimes headlines can be very lopsided in terms of their views and opinions. But when you go to editorials, you get a mixed view of everyone's opinion about different topics. And that's totally unbiased. So that is also good material for you to refer on an ongoing basis. Just read. I'm not telling you to hard read it and try to think and contemplate about it, but it is always interesting to see a different view. There's something called talking tree, which comes in the editorial. I love that person's editorial messages, and I like to continuously try to read that on an ongoing basis. And writing, even if only journaling, even if you have a journal with you, you keep. So in the morning, you've gone out, you have faced, maybe you've seen a beggar, and he has touched you by doing something or not doing something. Like I said, even looking at a child who is probably given you a perspective to be not so bogged down by day-to-day affairs, write it down. And over a period of time, you yourself will realize that you have so much of material and content for you to be able to make your speech better. I know people, Gen Z here would say, "Arey, uski kya zarurat hai? Chat GPT jao. You can just get all the information that you want." Yes, that is there. Please use that aid. I'm not a propagator of not using it. We should use it to enhance it. But there is an originality element, which I think Chat GPT will not bring into the picture. So enhance your speeches, bring your originality, and talk with knowing what is it that you went through, because what you've gone through is something Chat GPT will never be able to express. So shadow practicing, also try to stand in front of the mirror and make it better. I mean, these are different angles to it. When you're in front of a contest MOC, you will be always given one topic, and that topic will be repeated like this: that TM Toastmaster Aditya, life is great. Life is great, Toastmaster Aditya. This is the way it is introduced to you as a topic. Once that is introduced, you have to listen very clearly. Okay. Generally, in a contest scenario, you will not be allowed to ask questions. So that is why it is important for you to just listen very clearly. If the mic is not clear, you can say, "I can't hear you. Can you uh, place the mic properly?" But please never ask the topic again. That could amount to a disqualification. If the device is not correct, then you can ask for that. That's not an issue. Pause. So when a speech topic is given to you, pause for 1 or 2 minutes, not 1 minute. You will not be given more than 1 minute. And don't need to start talking and then stop. Start talking and stop, because your timer then starts at the minute that your verbal, non-verbal language starts. Then you are started to being timed. So I personally feel, contain yourself, understand the topic, take 30 seconds to 40 seconds, and you have to start. Because if you go beyond 1 minute, people are looking at you and you yourself will get nervous. So at the end of it, you need to overcome the nervousness anyway, whether it's now or later. So just go along with the flow, and 30 to 40 minutes, take it up and get into it. Confirm, repeat the topic to help you get started. So what happens is, the person has gone away from the podium, he's given you the speech. Say the topic once so that it also reiterates in your mind that this is the topic, that is, a life is great. Thank you, Toastmaster, or thank you, MOC. And then you start. So that becomes more introductory for your mind to start setting your thoughts. That is a good one. Tell, speak confidently and clearly, and end with a summary or a takeaway. These are the 5 essential steps for anyone to be able to give a confident table topic. Now, the most important part is the tell, right? Now, the tell part is the place where you kind of get a little lost. You don't know what to say, how to say, is this okay? Will I be judged? Is it appropriate for me to bring this topic in front of people? All that comes through your conversation. Do I have enough to talk about? All that will, you don't have a final answer for this, let me tell you. What I suggest is, you need to know that you have just 2 to 3 minutes, 2.5 to 3 minutes for you to complete a table topics. Whatever you talk, don't stop. When you stop, you are creating nervousness in yourself. You will not be disqualified, but the audience also gets a little bit worrying. Oh my God, now what is going to happen? He's not said it, all that. Don't stop. Please continue. Thoughts will keep coming. There is no problem about it. And that's why I'm giving you the marathon experience today, that when I'm going to give you a topic, these are the things that you try and practice, so that when you're in front of a MOC at a contest level, you are not nervous about continuing the conversation till the time you are not disqualified. So some people just say 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and they run away. You are disqualified, because 1 minute is the minimum time that you need to speak to be able to qualify for being an eligible speaker for the judging. Okay, so this is basically the 5-step formula. If you have any questions, I can address it now or I'll go further. Any questions, guys?
We can have the Q&A at the end, I think.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be better.
I was just taking time to sipping some water if you had questions. Okay. Very important, the right approach is to be confident. Like I said, the pausing is okay. Restating the question will help you steady your response. Be brief. I think sometimes what happens is, remember that when you're in table topics, it's a very common tendency to go away from the topic, right? But remind yourself in the speech time that you have to come back to the topic as soon as possible. Otherwise, there is no structure in your speech, right? The other most important thing is we might be good one-to-one speakers, right? If I sit with Aditya or I sit with Tejal or Mitesh, I love to keep talking and you will love to talk, but that is a conversation. When you're doing a speech, there is a graduation from a conversation to a speech. And the graduation from conversation to a speech is the structure. The structure is very important. Start with a good opening. If you have a good quote, start with that quote. If you think that you want to ask the audience a question, start with that. Start with a good opening. It's important that the opening has an impact and catches the audience or the judge's attention, right? Then the body is the time where you relate your own story into it, or you narrate examples of what you like or you don't like. And then the conclusion. Very important is the conclusion. When the yellow light comes into play, make sure that you have started getting into the conclusion part, because the conclusion generally becomes in a hurry mode and you don't give a good opinion about the speech at that time, because the judges are saying, you just spent so much time and where have you landed me in, right? It's very important for you to conclude well. And generally in a concluding part, try to leave a message or a call to action. These are two ways that you can have a good conclusion. Okay. Be sincere. Like I said, trying to be inventive when you don't know the answer to a question can be risky. It's better that you admit if you don't know how to respond. So it's okay. You can ask the question to the audience and start. Maybe the audience response will be a good guidance for you to start the topic if you're not sure, right? There is different ways to address your nervousness, but don't allow the nervousness to be visible to the judge. That is the secret. That is the hack, let me tell you. The minute you show, everyone is nervous, guys. There is no person in this world who's not nervous when you're standing for a contest. But try to keep that in at the background and try to make sure that you have a smile, you have a confidence, you have a repetition of things, you ask questions, you reiterate the topic. These are all ways to calm your nerves. Okay. Now, this is the judge's ballot. Now, the judge's ballot is the criteria on which the judges are going to evaluate you. So if you give a little bit of thought to this, how much marks are available for each criteria? So speech development, very important, and speech development and effectiveness. So you have content, that is what your content is. So we are talking about 55 marks to the content. So the content is the meat of the conversation. That's your body. Make sure that you have enough to talk about. There is no way to prepare for a table topics, but you being informative, you can talk about your own life. You can talk about what is happening to you on the topic. So there is no dearth of information if you really want to. Don't try to be a philosopher, Socrates or Einstein, that you have to be a subject matter expert. Nobody is asking for that. Nobody wants you to be a subject matter expert, but you have your own story, you have your own experiences. That is what makes the speech development and effectiveness, which forms the content. Very important is your physical delivery and your voice. you will be generally given a mic, and make sure that you test your mic before you give the MOC the chance to introduce the topic. You will be asked to repeat a few things. If you have any squirms about the voice not being clear, tell the person that I can't hear you. I want to be sure that, everyone can hear me. Take your time for that. It's very important you do that. Next is your talking area. If you have a physical meeting for a table topics contest or ISC or anything, there will be a defined square wherein you have to stand there, and you generally should not go too much beyond that. They also say movement is good, but too much of movement also can be distraction. If you move too much, by the time you move, the person is looking at you, you're moving here. That's distraction. And that distraction is not what the judges want. So it should be a good balance of uh, being able to cover the speaking area, being able to stand straight, have a good posture when you're speaking, and also be able to deliver your speech with a good voice. And that also should be aided by a good mic system or an audio system. Check it out. Next, appropriateness. Now, appropriateness is important when you have, suppose if you're talking about, say, AI, okay, and you get into the technicality of AI, and how people have uh, graduated into creating the data mining or maybe the coding part, and how every point of contact with a website is the origin of that's very technical. That is not appropriate for a contest, because at the end of the day, look at the audience. You're assuming that everyone understands what you're speaking. So it is very important for you to cover the appropriateness of the topic in which is relevant to the audience. The judges are also representative of the members. So if the judges don't understand it, the audience is not understanding it as well. So please remember that the make it simple, but make it effective. It's more important that you're clear with your message rather than trying to show that you know everything. You're a prima donna of the subject. Nobody is going to give you an award for that. If you have connected with the audience, that is what is going to get you marks. Okay. Next, correctness. Correctness is your grammar, pronunciation, and your word selection. Now, this comes with practice. Like I said, unless you are a person who's already practicing it on a daily basis, it won't come naturally to your speaking. But that is why I always tell, please come onto the stage, take the stage, and please give speeches. Again, I refer the tabletop, not the table. The Toastmaster is like a gym. Toastmaster club meetings are like gyms. If you don't go to the gym, you're not going to get your results. Let me tell you. You can make whatever resolutions you want in the beginning of the year. But if you don't go to the gym and you work out and do your strength training on a regular basis, you're not going to get any results. The same way, if you don't come to the Toastmasters meetings, you don't complete your speeches and pathways, you are not going to see the transformation. So I really recommend contest is one. You have time, you don't have time, but for the next contest, at least be ready for it. It takes time to build a personality who can be confident of speaking and also use good vocabulary. So grammar, vocabulary is over a period of time that you will get there, but it's important. So it's important for you to know this judge's ballot sheet for you in case if you want to specify or emphasize a few things in your speech. So 55% is your content, your delivery is 30, and your language is 15, right? So keep that in mind when you are, okay, what is the strategies? There can be different strategies for a table topics. So one is express an opinion, saying that, suppose if I say, uh, crows are white in color. Why are crows white in color? That may be a topic, just for instance, okay? So you have to express an opinion. You might say, yes, crows are white in color because of so reason. Or Any topic, you can start with saying, what are the strategies? I'm giving you some strategies to start. You give a reason why it is so and why it is not so. Chicken or egg route, wherein it can be this or it can be that, right? So give an example of saying that I think it's gray and not black or white, and because of this, something like that, wherein you're not proposing any particular side, you're trying to give a mid route, or say that this also could be, that also could be, but give your opinion why you think so. Don't just say for the sake of saying. Address cause and effect. That's another thing. A cause, why it is so, and what is the effect of such a particular thing which is happening, because of which you can continue talking on the content part, right? These are all openings for you to be able to stretch it in the content part of the speech. Fixate on a word. This is very interesting. So if you have taken a word like, say, patriotism, you can say, if you're talking of patriotism and you say loyal or integrity, bring back the word in your speech. As you're talking, talk about loyalty, and then you bring loyalty again in another paragraph and another paragraph. So then what is it that people are referring, or what is it people are getting registered in their mind, is that word, and that word relates to the topic itself. Don't need to reiterate the topic if the topic is too long, but if the topic is short, you can again reiterate the topic. There's nothing wrong with that. And that way, you are making sure that you're continuously at the topic. You're focusing on the topic for yourself and also for the judges to see how you're bringing relevance in your speech because of the topic used. I hope I'm making myself clear. If you guys are not understanding, please raise your hands, especially the new people, guests, and
Yes, ma'am.
you're okay, right? Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am, it's
that's
going
the
good.
Yes, ma'am.
fixation.
Yes.
Yeah. And the past, present, and future. That's another very interesting way to do a speech. So if you say that you talk of technology, very interesting topic, right? If you have past, what it was, what is the present, and what the future is going to be. So there are a lot of opportunities for you to create contents. Remember that there is enough and more ways. There's no right or wrong way, but there is enough and more ways for you to create content impromptu. But don't freeze your brains. That's the most important thing. And for not freezing your brains, I've told you what to do. Ask a question. Don't start the topic till you are confident of what you're going to talk. So these are all ways of not increasing the nervousness which every person who's on the stage goes through. You're not the only one, right? Okay, next. Yeah, something similar, what I already covered. When you go blank, it's okay. Request the topic. Don't show nervousness. That's what I would like to say. Because you must have seen a lot of moments when people are on the stage, they have forgotten something and they make grimaces and faces, oh, ooh, ah, ooh, and all that. That is only going to add to the commotion. There is no need to do it. You have goofed up. It's fine. We all goof up. But if you put it on your face and expression, when everyone's eyes is on you, it's only going to get multiplied. So don't do it. Immediately put a smile on your face so that definitely people will get confused. That's for sure. Why is this person smiling? That is better than actually getting confused and showing your expression. Ask the audience a question, like I told, and crack a joke. If you're a humorous one, crack a joke that you have forgotten, or if you're forgotten to fill the space, just crack a joke. And then everyone just forgets what really happened. And sometimes it could be a worse situation where you're not able to remember the topic, you're not able to get on with it in spite of all the hacks that I've given you. It's fine. Thank you. Go back and don't be upset. It's fine. That also is an experience. Next time when you get on the stage, you're not going to do the same thing 100%. You don't want to be in that situation. But if you don't get exposed to what you would have goofed up on, you will never know that you're capable of goofing on and then come back with another remedy or another strategy, right? So that is how I would look at addressing when you go blank. Yeah, these are just some takeaways where to say that, when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, these are some you all can read it. Yeah, so these are few things which I feel that you'll have to practice when you are wanting motivation, when you want to overcome your nervousness. These are the things that you remember. You can't mask it when you're standing in front of the stage, let me tell you. So if you can mask your nervousness, you've done a great job. But body language, why is it that we have speeches wherein you need to focus on body language? It's because you can control your body language so that people don't see it. You can control your vocal variety when people don't really know that you are nervous or you're thinking. Why are ahs and ums there? Why do we have an ah counter? It is because we want to get over this. So if you see, Toastmasters is a 100-year-old organization. They are not off the road operators that they have come up with this platform. They have thought so beautifully about what skills per person will need, either at impromptu or ISC speeches to create an impact. And you have enough and more tools if you come regularly for meetings that you can probably practice. Yeah. With that, I would like to stop at my education session. If you have any question, y'all can ask me, and then we can get on with the marathon as quickly as possible.
Ma'am, I think we should start with the marathon because it will help us to learn more practically as well. So,
Sure. Okay.
yeah, it was a great insights, but I believe practically, I would like to know more.
Yeah, sure. Any questions? But any questions like Viral, no, Raj? Where's the other?
So I'm just one question. Suppose if you are given a topic and you are not aware about it. Say, for example, some say current affair, probably Kho World Cup, and you are completely clueless. So in
What
that
is it? Sorry, I didn't hear the topic. What did you say?
so there was a Kho World Cup, which was
Yeah.
happened in India, and probably you are not aware about it.
That's okay.
So what should be our recourse in that?
So, yeah, what do you know about Coco?
Probably a little bit about game, but nothing more.
Okay, who advertises for Coco matches?
So that is something I'm not aware, and you are given a topic on
No,
that.
so Amitabh Bachchan, all these people also were proposing or
Yeah.
advertising for it. Bring them into the picture, no problem. Talk about talk about how you like the game or you don't like the game, or
Okay.
were you good at it in school or you were not good at school. And also say that since I was not very active, I've not followed it, but maybe it will be my attempt in the future to follow it. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I said,
Okay.
the topic is not about judging your knowledge. The purpose of table topics is to see how good you are in creating a content. Maybe you
Okay.
can narrate a Coco incident that you had in your school, or you were a Coco captain. What were your, and you can end it by saying that probably in the next Coco selection, I would also apply for it. Leave them with a joke. There's nothing wrong. So there are ways to do it. I mean, I feel that we go with this very perfect picture that this
Content.
way it should be. It's not required. There is no way that you will not have content to talk about, guys. There's enough and more to talk. So I go with that assumption that I will never be in dearth of the way to open. Like I gave you some
Hmm.
ideas how to open it, how to overcome your nervousness. These are the two things that you have to be ready with. Rest is about how much you have observed, how much you have noted, how much of vocabulary you're using into the speeches. Now, that's something you can't develop overnight, but it will come over a period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Otherwise, I'll start with the table topics. Okay.
Yes, we can start.
So I want everyone to participate in it. We could have had, if we had more people, I could have moved everyone into the Zoom mode and then brought you back. That could have been one way to do it, but then again, that will lose out at least one or two people who will not be able to participate because of the same. You will know the topic. What I suggest is I'll just modify it depending because of the number of participants which have come in a different manner. I'll tell you how I'll do it. There is a judge's ballot which I have given Aditya. Aditya, we can edit it, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, it is
Okay.
editable.
So just put it on the chat. That is number one. And I will call everyone one by one. You become the judges of every contestant who is participating. Okay. And based on your results, whatever you have ranked everyone, we will have a voting. Okay. Is that okay? And I will give you feedback on each speech. I'll try to do it one after another, but that will bias the next speaker. So I'll do it at the end. Is that okay?
So I
Any
have shared the editable PDF on our group. Raj, for you, I'm sharing it on the guests group.
Yeah.
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 I hope I'm clear, guys. I hope that's
Yes.
good.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
y'all are your own judges as well as y'all are judges of others also. That way y'all will also be familiar with the way that judging is done so that you also can start crafting your speeches when you are there. Okay? I hope fine, guys. Can I see a thumbs
ma'am.
up from everyone? Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am, we are ready.
Shreyans? I can see Sanket, the table topic expert champion, has come here. Okay, now one more thing. Do you want an easy topic or you want a
No,
little
ma'am,
bit?
contest style topics, like the kind of topics that can come in the contest, so that we can practice according, like that we used to do in exam time. Okay,
Yeah,
last year ke question papers
okay.
practice
And
kare.
now what is the order? Now we didn't take an order. So is there a way to do it automatically? We can number everyone or we'll just call. I don't want to give chance to everyone. I want everyone to have an order so that they
Ma'am, you
anticipate.
can go one by one as you can see us on your Zoom.
Okay.
You can go one by one as per your order,
Yes,
however
Okay,
you are
great.
seeing us.
So
That will be
everyone has their judges ballot. Be ready to please write down everyone's names so that you all are ready with the person who's going to come. Please write down and keep it ready. And Google form also keep it ready at the end, Aditya, so that based on the judges ballot form, they will. We don't need them to upload it, but based on the ranking, we will do the voting.
yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I am ready with the Google form as well. So it's not an
great.
issue.
So let me start with the first person. Can I just get myself water, please, if you don't mind?
yes.
Just 1 second, 1 second. Okay, I'm here. Sorry. So let's start.
Let us
Okay,
just pin
Tejal,
whoever the speaker is.
I'll call for them because pinging every time on.
No, no, no. Once you call, Mitesh, you can spotlight them so they can
Yeah.
see the timer.
So Toastmaster Tejal is on my list first. So let's start with Tejal. Toastmaster Tejal, a skill you wish you had. A skill you wish you had, Toastmaster Tejal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudha, for that topic. A skill which I think I had was something to do with the people. Okay, I am often being called as a people's person, and I can go easy when I'm a go-to person for anybody who needs advice or who seeks help. Probably that's one skill which I did not know about, which I came to know through my friends and colleagues and or my relatives. Due to this skill, probably I would have opted for the profession that I am into. And over the period, I have realized that yes, I am good with people and interpersonal skill. So that has helped me in excelling in my career, and that yes, I agree that I have good interpersonal skills and I am people's person. That's about it. Thank you so much.
Are you done? Okay.
Sorry, I just
We'll just give 1 minute for all the judges, all the members to mark the ballot. Let's do that. Let me know when everyone is ready. The timer, just please let me know if the 1 minute is over.
You can move ahead now.
Okay. Next is Toastmaster Sanket on my roll.
Sure.
Toastmaster Sanket, are you ready? Can
Absolutely.
you hear me? Can you see me? We can see him. Yes, yeah.
Can
Spotlight.
hear you loud and clear. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Toastmaster Sanket, the most useful app on your phone. The most useful app on your phone, Toastmaster Sanket.
So I'm a self-confessed addict of social media, and the app that I use the most is Twitter. And the reason for it is it's a platform where you can interact with anyone and everyone on the face of earth without any inhibitions. For example, Facebook is just to post photographs of all your achievements and trying to get envy of your friends. LinkedIn is to declare your professional achievements. Twitter is unabashed, unapologetic, pure, wild, and real exchange of ideas and thoughts. There was a guy who actually on Twitter wrote to the CEO of Twitter a few years back, and he got a job without an interview. He just did that. There are people like Elon Musk who reply to common men. How many times in real life would you have one of the most powerful people on the face of earth connect with you and discuss on a topic that you didn't even know that that guy knows? Twitter on also helps you understand what's going on across cultures. For example, if you use Instagram, you only see good things. You do not see the other deeper aspects of a society, deeper aspects of any topic. I have met people on Twitter I met this guy in real life. He's an MBBS and he was at IIMs. He was an IIM graduate doing finance and he worked at AIMS in New Delhi. And guess what his profession today is? Any guesses, guys? He's a hardcore finance investor. And the amount of information, the amount of knowledge a doctor has on a financial literacy topic, even I, a commerce graduate, do not have it. And I've learned from it. I know a person who's about 25, 26 years old, who has about 25,000 followers on Twitter. And that guy knows more about civil infrastructure, aviation than I know people who are in the 50s. So that's the most useful app I have. And the most used one as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sanket. Just a minute for everyone to mark the ballot. Or maybe 30 seconds. Is that enough for you guys? Okay,
Yes,
timer, please stop at 30 seconds.
Yeah, we can move ahead.
Okay, the next person on my roll is Toastmaster Shreyans. Toastmaster Shreyans,
Yes,
are you
ma'am.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, Toastmaster Shreyans, morning versus night. Which do you prefer? Morning versus night, which do you prefer, Toastmaster Shreyans?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudha, for giving such a brainstorming topic. So the world is now divided between morning people or the night peoples, and I can surely say all the millennials and the generation before that comes to the morning part, but the Gen Z, Gen X, and Gen Alpha come to the latter part. So I am a bit of a night person. So I will tell you why, how I prefer night the most, because one thing that excites or that helps me the most is that the night's calmness, because when everyone is speaking is sleeping and you have the whole home to yourself. So what I do whenever I used to study or something like that, I just wander to the kitchen and grab something else. I quickly cook a meal for me to have the to fulfill my night craving. So it helps me in study too. But I have also observed that when because during my exam time only, I used to wake up early too, because of that exams fear. But one thing I noticed that in morning the brain's power to retain to recognize thing and to retain mode is pretty much very great. So whenever I go to exam, and all the things that I studied in the morning helps me first rather than the night. So it's still a debate topic for me, but personally, I prefer on the basis of consequences. So whenever my exam is near or something like that, then I prefer to be a morning person. But whenever I have late deadlines or I have to do chill with friends so that I don't disturb anyone, then I'm a night person. What do you, Toastmaster Sudha?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shreyans. So let's all mark the ballot.
It's very challenging to give yourself marks.
But that was a purpose for me to do it in a different manner. I mean, I could judge you, but I think it's better that we have common people as judges also at contests. So that's the flavor that we want to bring. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, I fully agree.
Now we can move ahead. 30 seconds are over.
Okay. I can see the next person is Toastmaster Mitesh on my roll. Okay. Toastmaster Mitesh. What do I give you? Yep. Toastmaster Mitesh. The habit you would like to build or break. The habit that you would like to build or break. Toastmaster Mitesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha, for such an insightful topic. Habits play an important role in defining your actions, defining your time, and defining your decision making skills. And so I believe that making or breaking habits is really important. Making good habits and breaking bad habits. When it comes to if I want to break any one of my existing habit and build a new habit, I would certainly like to start with something that I would definitely like to overcome, and that is the addiction with my phone, addiction with the screen time. You can certainly see my specs. I have a -3 number currently with that. So I believe definitely I want to overcome a phone addiction, overcome the maximum screen time that I spend on my phone. So that is what I want to break. And certainly, if I want to make a new habit that will help me to break the existing habit, would be to have more physical activities. It could be something exercise, it could be something meditation, it could be something which is more mindful, which is listening to some impactful things, listening to something that inspires you. So that is what I would love to know. So if I want to break my habit, it is definitely screen time, and if I want to make my habit, is definitely to improve myself more physically and mentally. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mitesh. 30 seconds to mark the ballot.
Thirty seconds over. We can move ahead.
Thank you so much. How many people do we have more? Just for me to see which topics are remaining. We have 3 more, right?
3 to 4 people, yeah.
Okay. I can see Toastmaster, not Toastmaster, guest Raj on the next roll.
Yeah.
Raj, are you ready?
Yes, yes. No option here.
Yeah, good, good, good. Just dive in. Okay. Toastmaster Rajesh, your favorite childhood memory. Your favorite childhood memory, Toastmaster Raj. Sorry, guest Raj.
Mm. So thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. So like all of us would have many childhood memories, and we would like to go back to our younger days, and probably that is something which we all regret. So as a young kid, I would always dream of of becoming an adult and becoming an independent person. But growing up, we all probably, at least I realized that those were the days which I think I love the most, and I always miss and always cherish. So there are quite a few moments which I always think about, but one good, like, one good moment would be, having to go to school and probably, interacting with our fellow friends and colleagues, like schoolmates. So there was, like, even if there is a free lecture or a punishment, so we would still enjoy, and that is something I cherish right now. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Raj, for that table topic attempt of yours. 30 seconds.
A bit difficult, I think. Uh, like, after you actually speak, it is better to evaluate, even when others speak. So obviously I come to know how difficult it is right now.
That's why I give you both opportunities.
30 seconds over.
Hey, it's Toastmaster Sai on my roll now. Hello, Toastmaster Sai. How are you?
I'm good, Toastmaster Sudha. Thank you for asking.
So you're ready to go? Can we spotlight him as well?
Yeah, as ready as I can be.
Yeah, that's the best readiness. Okay, Toastmaster Sai, the best gift you ever received, Toastmaster Sai.
Thank you for that wonderful topic, Toastmaster Sudha. The best gift ever received is the gift of life, because life is the gift from which all other possibilities emerge. If we think about it, if there is no life, there is no future. And without a future, there are no possibilities. And without possibilities, the life is not worth living. So what gives life its flavor is uh, is actually the desire, rather the possibility to wake up the next day and, yeah, just experience it for what it is and really go at it with all that we have and give it our very best. Uh, Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Sudha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai. 30 seconds to mark Toastmaster Sai's speech. You're also giving a shot, right, Aditya?
Surely.
You have some distractions. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Family barging in for some work in between.
Okay, Toastmaster Darshita is
Yes,
the next
ma'am.
person on the roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Toastmaster Darshita. Vocation versus vacation. Vocation versus vacation. Over to you, Toastmaster Darshita.
Vocation is as in the thing we do, right? Okay, fine. So, thank you for the topic, Soshwasa Sudha. I feel vocation versus vacation. I feel like if I wanna, if I want to compare both of them, I feel in a truer sense, there is no such thing as comparison between the two of them, because your vocation that you do, it should be like going on a vacation. And I know this is a very different thing and people don't get it, but when we go to a vacation, we just go away from our vocation. But if we are in a vocation, then it's like being in our own sort of different vacation. And it's like if my vocation is maybe going being like a editor of a newspaper, then maybe it should be like going on a vacation for me, right? So I feel vocation and vacation are not as two different things, because when usually what people have is going for a vacation is like different thing. That we go vacation, you go away from a vocation, and vocation is going away from the vacation. But in the truest sense, if we see, having a vocation feel like a vacation is what I think is the best thing to have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Darshita. Can we please mark her speech as well? And then we'll go to the last person, Toastmaster Aditya. Mitesh, you might have to take over the timing part. Yeah.
This maybe you can just do one, two, three. I'll understand.
Or I can do it if you want. But yeah, I can do the timing. Mitesh,
Anyhow.
you
I
can
have
do
the
it.
timer cards. I can show it.
Acha, okay.
Okay, you can. Okay, fine.
Timing is over too late. Yeah.
Toastmaster Aditya, your
Yes.
favorite school subject. Your favorite school subject, Toastmaster Aditya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. As I previously mentioned, it's difficult for me to remember things from the past when asked impromptu, but maybe I can try this one because the favorite subject I used to like, and because I used to score well in that, was actually geography. Now, when I actually think about it, it is so much more. It is actually a subject that I like very much right now, reading about it, going into the deeper details, getting insights. But back in school, it was just about ratifying things. I remember I had a geography paper, it was a unit test. I just studied for a day and I got like out of marks. I don't remember how much marks a paper it was, but I scored. At that time, the only thought process was no, this is the most scoring subject. I can score easily, answers are easy to learn. But now, 20 years later, when I actually go around and think about it, that is one of the most important subjects that one student should actually focus on and not just learn it for the sake of marks. It is so much more. One could actually make a career out of studying geography. No one knew it could happen back in school. So that is something I liked about school. There were many more subjects, but on the fly, I could think of geography now. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya. With that, we have completed everyone's attempt on the table topics. If I've missed anyone, please raise your hands. Okay.
Mitesh, what was the time? I can just note it down.
I just share it in the chat box if you want.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Sudha,
Okay,
sorry to
let's
cut.
just take 30 seconds to mark and then I'll ask you to do the timing part also.
Yeah, 30 seconds are all.
Okay, so you can give a Google form, keep the results with you so that they can we can do it at the end. So I'd like to ask Darshita, does she want to complete her speech? And then I'll get on with the evaluation. So it'll give me a couple of minutes more to just fine tune the things. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's
Because
okay with me.
yeah, Darshita, please go ahead. I hope you're
Also,
yeah.
just before, since Mitesh will create polls, everyone has qualified for the table topics.
Okay, that's perfect. That's good news. So Darshita, are you okay with the internet part from your side now?
Like it's been working well for the past hour, I can say, but I don't know how it will work when I give the speech.
We can
Okay,
give it a
please,
shot. Mitesh,
please
can
go.
you
Just give.
please spotlight Darshita as well? You're on mute, Mitesh.
Has the objective already been communicated? Okay.
Yeah.
Am I audible and visible? Perfectly audible? Okay. So I like to start again. And since this is a very different kind of speech, I'll just go right into it. Good morning, everyone. And yes, it is okay. Good afternoon. So there was some issue in my previous when I was giving the speech. Let's start it again. 20s, not so fancy. And I know many of you, I guess all of you are here, have passed their 20s or well into their mid 30s or mid 20s. But I am just a newbie here. I started my 20s a year back. I'm not 21 yet. So this is kind of new for me. And as you might know, in the past year when I was a kid, in the 2 decades I was a kid, everything for me was told to me by my parents. Father was like, Dashita, you go to this school, you do this. Okay, father, I'll do this. Mother was well like, Dashita, give you this Olympiads, go to these classes, you have to do this. Okay, mother, I'll do this. I'll do it. It was just like that. But now I went to college and things were not like this. Should I participate in the competition? Should I give this exam? Should I give the test? Should I be the part of a committee? Oh my god, there's an interview. What should I do? All of this I had to decide. And so I might say 20s are not so fancy. Also, when I was 18, I started my college. I was in my hostel and things were like, Rishita, it's your birthday. Just sleep. Your friends will come. They'll wake you up. It's gonna be a blast. And yes, it was a blast. I had my 18th birthday by the pool. The cake, people were there. It was awesome. Fast forward to my 20th birthday. I came home from hostel because I wanted to run away. I was here with my close friends, my friends from school. I dressed up. I went to their place. We had a nice photo shoot, and I had a nice simple birthday with my family. That was how I spent my 20th birthday. And now I'm gonna have my 21st birthday, which I have nothing planned about. You might know why. Because, well, I've given up. I've given up on birthdays because we can't have so much as birthday, right? Because why? I'm in my 20s. There's nothing such as a kid when I was there. Like, oh my god, it's a birthday. It's a birthday month. There's nothing like that. 20s are not fancy. You know what 20s are for? I have this interview. I want to clear the interview. I want to get this internship. Oh my god, I want my grades. Oh my god, what is a CGPA? Oh my god, what a parents are going to think about me. Oh my god, my friends want to say think about me. Oh my god, this is a new trend. Oh my god, I have so many followers. 20s are full of this. And somehow you need to answer these great questions of what you're gonna do after you pass out from college, what your job is gonna be. This is all you're gonna think about. But what do we think about? The background noise, the things that are around us. That is what we think of. So yes, 20s are not so fancy. I'll ask you all a question. Do you remember the movie called Student of the Year? Do you all remember that? I suppose you do. In that, the Munda comes in, Kukkad Kamalda, the girl is Shania, she's so pretty, she's a Barbie. That was what we were told college is going to be like. College is nothing like that. When I started my college, I used to, blush up, put on a lipstick, comb my hair, have my nails done. But now, it's nothing like that. I just wake up, I take the local, and I go. That's how mundane it has been. So, yes, college is just 20s are just simple. They are mundane, they are boring. It's not all how they show in the movies, and I was so misguided by it. And I know all of you are sitting there, you all are experienced at 20s. But I must reiterate, I am new at this. So, yes, this is my rant because I am new at this. And I am here to ranting this in front of you so that you can tell me, Dashita, it's gonna be okay. I want people to tell me it's gonna be okay, you'll get through it. But I must tell you, this past 11 months, I've just been getting through it each and every day, waking up, seeing to it, oh my god, I don't still have an internship. Oh my god, and my CGPA is not good. Even though it was good, but well, expectations are there. And so life is like that. A person once told me, 20s are for figuring it out. And I might say, yes, they are right. 20s are for figuring it out. We always think that, I need to know what I want to do. I need to know what I want to do, what I want to become. I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I wanted to become an astronaut. And my father told me, Rashita, astronaut is for someone who study well, who are smart, and we are not that. Okay, father, if you say so. And now by that day, I gave up on my dream of, and by that day, I gave up on my dream of becoming an astronaut. Well, because I was a kid, I had dreams. I wanted to see the earth from above. That was all why I wanted to become an astronaut. But I swallowed the hard pill of Dashita, it is not for you. I grew up, I was in ninth standard. I wanted to become a CA. Why? Father said so. But then I grew up, I took the decision of doing engineering. Why? Well, because it paid well and I get to go out of country. But I had my choices, right? So yes, I took engineering. Fast forward, I decided to do an MBA. So well, I had that thing where I could decide on my own. But now it all feels like things are already been decided for me. And now in my 20s, I've decided one thing. Things are already decided. The flow has been set. All I need to do is just get through it, pay my way, row my boat. That's all I'm gonna do. So yes, 20s are not so fancy. But well, what do I know? I've just started. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Darshita. It was an excellent speech. I feel such speeches, we're looking forward to many more speeches from you in future. And I feel such speeches and the club meeting inspire each one of us and enhance our learning journey. Right. Uh, Moving forward, I think we will take the table topic evaluations first. Or how would the flow be going?
Sure. Okay. I'll quickly cover that because I think your table, your Toastmaster of the Day part got limited because of your disconnections. Sorry about that.
Correct.
So just a moment. After table topics evaluation, we can quickly have the speech evaluation as well, so that Shreyansh can do the general
Yes,
evaluation then.
yes.
Sure.
All
I
right.
think, yeah. I'll quickly touch on that. I'm not going to take too much time, but I'll be straight to the point. If you want to know something further, you can connect with me on a one-to-one also. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Toastmaster Tejal was the first person who took up the stage. I think Tejal was a little bit not in her element today. Because of the Wi-Fi connections, she was not at ease. I feel that she was a little nervous. She was not able to get eye contact done. That was another thing which I felt you missed. The topic, as far as is concerned, it was an easy topic. I wish the skills you had. You also wove it very well with respect to what you had and you have, and you are confirming that you did. But there was some element of disconnect in terms of joining the dots. So I think it is a very good attempt, Tejal. Nothing to kind of worry. It's a matter of just being in the right frame of mind on the day. You'll do very well. Sanket has got a topic on the most useful app, and he went on to talking about Twitter. And he was delighted that I gave him an easy topic. There was a smile on his face. It looked like, oh wow, I can crash it. So he did crack it, and he talked about how Twitter and how it is different from the other apps. So I think the only message for me to you, Sanket, is that you're very a comfortable speaker when it comes to table topics, and you also have got an element of structure into your speeches, which is what I wanted you to do. Because I think you are good at speaking, you're very confident, but the structure is also coming through quite well. The only thing is that at the end was a little bit loose. So I think try to focus on the end in terms of maybe you advertise for Twitter very well. That was your body. But I think the end was something which I think would have given you a real thumb required to get on to the contest phase and be able to impress the judges. The other thing I would tell everyone, stand up and talk if possible, because that is something they would appreciate in an online contest. Because they think you're anyway sitting and talking and you're not. So give them that element to not complain. If they have, there is no marks for it, but the physical delivery element has got a lot of pointers which they might mark you. Stand up and talk. And another thing is, please don't go in your t-shirt. Try to put on a shirt or maybe a jacket only for this speech and then move, because that also creates a professional image. Other than that, Sanket, you're just out of the oven, hot and ready to crack it. So just go ahead with it. Just concentrate on your end. That's all.
Thank you.
Shreyans, morning versus night. Yeah, Gen Z topic, and you did it very well. Again, I felt that the ending was loose in your content. You didn't conclude it well. You told about where your strengths are, what you want to do, and why it is positive, and then it's a doubt that I don't know. That's also fine, but more to it that you could have probably referred it to probably circadian rhythm, or you could have probably related it to people who are successful, probably get up early morning. I don't know. I'm just giving you thoughts. You can draft it your own. But the end was not very powerful. That's what a call to action, was not there. Next was Mitesh. Mitesh, perfect. Yeah. I mean, I think you matched it very well. There was nothing which I could complain in terms of your content. I just felt that you have graduated in terms of opening body and conclusion very well. Your relatability to the topic also was perfect because you pointed out personal anecdotes, which was perfect. Maybe a quote, something which you would have probably given an example of a person whom you like has evolved this particular thing, like habits to break or habits to evolve. Maybe bringing something like 21 days to practice to get a better habit, or something like that.
Yeah, I could include the Atomic Habits book.
Yeah, you are a
There. I
diehard
have read
fan
that
of
book.
Atomic Habits. We have talked
I've
about
read
this.
that book and I also have that, so I could reference it. But I
Yeah.
would like, let me just share something which I have, and I had some experience in this area, so that I focused on that. Okay, I will share more about person.
That was
I will
the
focus on
only thing that I would recommend. Try to bring in few examples and a quote, and your speech was top class otherwise. Yeah, and the next was Raj. Raj, welcome to the world of Toastmasters and table topics. You do get frozen brains when you're right at the spotlight. Ask us about it. Uh, the good intro to the topic. You started off very well, the childhood memory, and you started off talking about it also beautifully. But you were in a hurry to finish it off. You were not ready. You were not enjoying the space, like standing there and trying to, but then you have just started. So I don't think I can expect that from you. So I really feel a great attempt, but try to complete at least 1 minute. 1
Okay.
minute will be your disqualification if you don't. I don't want you to be
Okay.
disqualified if you are participating in the
Yeah.
table. So
Sure.
I personally think that very good start. Try and take more table topics in other meetings if you're
Mm.
going to get yourself prepped for it. Otherwise, good job. I think you have the flow quite well. Yeah, the end was a little nervous. You
Yeah.
just get off stage. Yeah. Sai, Toastmaster Sai. Sai, you started off so well, man. I mean, best gift. And when you said live, where are you? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So I just felt that you started off very well, and we were very happy that you chose such a good topic in terms of the gift of life. But I think somewhere you got nervous, you got or a brain freeze or whatever, and I didn't feel that you got the pointers. There was so much to talk about:
Yeah.
birds, rivers, oceans, sustainability, climate change, breath, cardiogram. I don't know. I had so many ideas in my head. I was thinking, what happened to you? You were a little nervous. Something happened. You were not ready to go further ahead or something. What happened?
Yeah, you pointed it out quite well, actually. I started my thoughts were basically going in a very philosophical direction after that, which they often do. And I was like, okay, now I should shut up because no one wants
No,
to.
I'm telling you, that is your plus. That's your strength. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, see, philosophy also is a way to connect with the audience. If you think that it may not connect with the audience, you have stopped yourself completely.
Yeah.
But I think play on your strengths. I also feel that you have a lot of philosophy which you get into your Toastmaster of the day or your table topics or whatever. So please continue that. That's your strength. So don't get yourself discouraged. You started off so beautifully. I was very disappointed that you stopped in between without any enthusiasm. So please don't do that. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Once you've taken the stage, go all out and, don't allow any discouragement from your own brain.
Can I
Yeah.
add something as a timer?
Yes,
Toastmasters, I just qualified. He 1 minute 3 seconds, so
I know.
would
He
have been
stopped.
borderline. Yeah.
Yeah, he paused and then you got the gray line. And then he said, okay, that's it for me. So, Sai, please, we have seen much better performance from your side. Go for it and don't. We all think you're a great speaker, and philosophy is your trump card. So, use it. Okay.
Thank you for the encouragement.
Darshita. Yeah, Darshita, where are you?
I'm here, ma'am.
Are you going to kill me for giving you the topic vocation versus vacation? Okay.
It's like I knew what vocation means, but I was like just blanked out.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
vocation
yeah,
and
yeah,
vacation?
yeah, yeah. So basically, vocation, what I wanted to bring out is that if you have a vocation which you love, it can be a vacation for you. That is what I wanted you to bring out in your topic. Initially, you were lost. I think you were all over the place. We were just looking at you to try and see where are you going to connect now. And then you connected well. Even at newspaper, you went out. Even that should be a vacation for you. You connected. I think there was a disconnect because of the uh yeah, Mitesh has written vocation means skills to learn. Yeah. Or a hobby. Vocation is a hobby. So if you have a hobby which you like, then you are on a vacation. So basically, if you are a good artist and you love your job, then you don't need to think about holidays. You are on a vacation, you're doing what you love. That is what I was trying to bring. And I gave you a little difficult topic because you crack everything. So I thought this also you will do. But wo thoda mereko, and I know she put out the video as soon as she finished her speech. She would have said, "Oh no, what the hell? Should have given me cuss words to me or whatever." Sorry. But these
Oh,
things happen. Yeah, these things happen in table topics. Be prepared for it. It's not that you will get everything easy. I tried to make it a little difficult. Few once some things were easy, but be prepared for something difficult which you can't relate also. Okay.
Another prime example would be, ma'am, if I may, I might be the dumbest in the room. I didn't hear it as vocation, I heard it as vocation, work. If I would have been there, I would have gone on the lines
Okay,
of
okay.
vacation and
Actually
vocation.
happened with me because I had to figure out what did she say. It was vocation, vacation. What was it?
So I'm talking about reading quotes. Yeah. So try to keep yourself abreast of certain quotes, not only for hearing, but they could also be used in your speeches. Yeah. Next is Aditya. Aditya, one thing I want to tell you, I've told you this before. Come with energy when you start. You always, you're perfect in your, you don't get nervous, you're calm, everything is good. But I want that energy in your speech. I've told you this before. I think the way you set the tone is when people will want to listen to you. So try to bring that in your Toastmaster. What do you say? You greet them and then have a smile, which is different from the normal smile that you have. Or maybe straighten yourself, or whatever. Okay, now I'm going to perform. वो वाला vibe नहीं मिल रहा था. So that is one thing I feel that will change your uh, uh, speech completely. Your favorite topic, geography, all that is the content and all is perfect. I don't have anything to complain on that. And a good ending that you felt it was. I mean, I think ending also was good. There was nothing wrong with the ending, but I just feel your formality, being formal in a speech delivery makes it purposeful for the person to listen to you. Just bring that up a little bit. Yeah. So other than that, I think fantastic. I think I've been a little critical for with few people, but don't uh, don't take it personally. It was only for improvement. And with that, I wish you all the very best. And let's have a rocking table topics contest. When is it? You want to reiterate the date?
Next
It's on
Sunday.
16th of February.
Next Sunday.
And those who have not registered, please register it. Darshita, I hope you're participating for table topics as well,
I
along
will
with ISC.
I just stumble the way I did today.
No, 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 no.
No,
But you
no,
will
no.
practice
Come
it. Now
on,
you'll
you're a
get the
good
warm-up
speaker.
session. It was a warm-up session, and next week it doesn't matter. Like you can see me, I'm not that great in impromptu speaking at all.
Look
It
at
was
me, vacation versus vocation. I would have talked on a different tangent completely.
vacation.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but it was a good
I think,
alliteration.
sorry, yes, Mitesh, please
Yeah,
complete.
yeah. I just wanted to mention that it was a good alliteration that Darshita had done vocation to vacation to vacation to vocation, and I was like, is it some music that is?
Yeah, she went on and went on with it. Yeah. No, she was also speaking loud to see that she gets the hang of what I have to speak. But that's a way, but she didn't show her nervousness.
Yes, that's true.
That is a very good thing. So you're not going to get the same topic, Darshita.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah. Means she is comfortable
Yeah.
with her body language. That's a great thing.
Very good. So wishing you all the best. And one more thing I want to say is um, uh, dress, speaking area, check your devices. These are all glitches and also your internet. Because sometimes have another device, have a dongle, experience, play it and see if it is all working fine. These are things you can do to minimize any other glitches. With that, wishing you all the very best. I will also be there for the contest, hopefully. And over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudha, for such a wonderful education session. We had great insight and a lot of learnings. Of course, I missed some part of it because of my network connectivity, but I promise I'm going to go back, check the recording, and have the learnings from that. It was good experience in attempting the table topics as well, as we had table topic marathon, which will prepare us for upcoming contest at the same time. Moreover, to face a real life situation, to face the impromptu speaking, right? With this, I can relate to what I came across just this morning, that we must attempt, which we face as a challenge, So we must face a challenge. क्या हुआ अगर कुछ नहीं हुआ? कुछ नहीं हुआ तो तजुर्बा हुआ. Which I could relate to in attempting today's table topic. So next we move on to the general evaluation as and I hand over to Toastmaster Mitesh for doing the evaluation of today's session. Yes, Toastmaster Mitesh.
Okay, so there is some change in the agenda. Toastmaster Shreyans will be the general evaluator for today's meeting, and I'm the
All
speech
right.
evaluator for
Okay, okay. So sorry. I mean, yes, I'm too hassled today with my network connectivity. It's just coming, going. So sorry for that. Yes,
this is last
Toastmaster
minute change in
Shreyans,
the
over to you for the
Thank
general
you.
evaluation.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Toastmaster Tejal. And good afternoon, everyone. So, we all are here because we are hungry to improve ourselves, right? And this session is particular about it. So, let me give you a small introduction about my role as a general evaluator. So, as a general evaluator, my role is to assess the overall meeting and the effectiveness of the meeting. So, I have been stalking you all meticulously for past 2 hours, and now it's my time to evaluate. So, before my evaluation, I would like to call upon timer to give the timing guidelines. But Toastmaster Aditya, is everyone qualified, right?
Yes, everyone is qualified for table topics, and Darshita has also qualified her speech timings well.
Okay, perfect. So we can directly move on to Toastmaster Darshita's speech evaluation. So over to you, Toastmaster Mitesh. Yeah, and I'm also
For timing guidelines, evaluation timings are 2 to 3 minutes. Green card at 2 minutes at 2.5, yellow card and a red at 3.
Just a minute. I'll just spotlight myself as well. No. Okay, am I audible, everyone?
yes.
Okay, so today I'm going to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Darshita. She has appeared for her level 2 project 2 speech from her pathway presentation mastery. 20s, not so funny. Sorry, not so fancy. 20s, not so fancy. Toastmaster Darshita, I believe the way it was delivered, the way the speech was delivered, I felt that it was a complete ranting about, about someone is ranting about his or her life, and I could relate it with you so much. I'm a big Bollywood fan, and I believe that I wish I had those kind of fancy life that is shown in the movies. But it is all about the reality, facing the reality, facing the challenges, and just going with the flow. And that's how the way it was delivered by you. With the opening, when I start with the opening, it was all expressive. It aligns with your speech objective, which is demonstrating body language. You gave the speech in a standing position, and also you showed some enactments. You showed a conversation between you and your parents, between some short stories, between some short scenes, and you tried to grab attention of the audience with that. The way you wanted, the way the ideas that you wanted to express as per your topic, though it was expressive, the body language was very strong. The way you shown the different enactments, it was a plus point. It was very relatable. The content was very simple, I would say. In terms of vocabulary, it was very understandable. It was hooking the audience with you, so that was the plus point again. A demonstration of different ideas, the way you showed that what kind of problems you had, uh, you are facing in your day-to-day life, and how you are able to tackle it, the way you are experiencing things, different moments, how you are celebrating your birthday maybe 2 years ago. You are not celebrating the same thing, the same event in the same way now. So that is again a great way to express the content that you have prepared, demonstrating it in a very powerful manner through body language. And that's why the body language attribute plays an important role in a speech. If I would talk about the improvement areas, uh, the primary improvement area is certainly about your vocal variety. Body language definitely plays an important role, but if you add the vocal variety element into it, it adds up everything. It just makes your content much more powerful and impactful. So that the vocal variety is the area that you need to work upon, because the way you were certain way I wasn't able to hear properly that what exactly you want to say. So vocal variety is the one thing that you can work upon. Secondly, if I have to talk about is more about the positive, some more about the positive message that you could share. You shared about the problems, but again, what kind of positive message that you had from your experiences? That would definitely add up to that speech, and that would make a good call to action to your speech as well. So that was my take from your speech, and best of luck. I wish to see you in the ISC contest in the upcoming uh, contest that we have in the next week. So best of luck to Smasa Darshita. Yeah, Aditya,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mitesh, for such a brief evaluation. And yeah, it was on point evaluation. Now moving on to the to our general evaluation of our whole meeting. So we started a bit late, around 11:08 or 11:09. So I would urge everyone to join meeting between 10:55 and 11 so that we can always start on time. And max we can go is around 11:05. So please check on your calendars and time and also join on time. And now coming on to Toastmaster, I was the SAR, and I guess I didn't evaluate myself that much, so we can directly move on to the presiding officer. And I guess it was Toastmaster Aditya first time being a presiding officer. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, you did the role pretty great. You did the guest introduction very well, and also you gave the general, set up the tone of the meeting and also the stage for Toastmaster Tejal. So it was done pretty good. Now coming on to the next part, to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tejal. And yeah, today the net didn't did justice to you. It was having some anxiety issue. The net was having performance issues. Yeah, but as I told you that so there are some Toastmasters that I always look up to and I always wait for the sessions, and Toastmaster Mitesh, Toastmaster Tejal, Toastmaster Darshit are one of them, because the activities and the audience engagement you bring onto the table, it's pretty much to the next level. And I would urge to just keep up the pace, and I'm damn sure that you were ready with more activities, but due to time issues and the net issues, you wouldn't be able to complete it. But I know that whenever the next time you will be taking it, you'll do the full justice to the role. The first activity was good. It means the brainstorming one, and all the members also share their personal story and their thought of mind, positive mindset. So it was a great platform that each and everyone could share. So a great one, Toastmaster Tejal. Now coming on to the speech, Toastmaster Mitesh was the speech evaluator, and he also handled the role of our counter and comedian today because we had a lack of role players, and I can understand Toastmaster Aditya the pain of finding role players. But yeah, I hope I had one suggestion that what we can do, we can start rolling out the forms on Monday or Tuesday as well, so that it gives the members a pretty great time to also opt for the role. So you can start dropping messages that Monday, please take up the role, or and next on Wednesdays. By constant pushing, they'll do it. Now, yeah, there were a number of glitches. We saw the glitches in Toastmaster Tejas video, Toastmaster Sudha, and also Toastmaster Darshita's. So yeah, we can't do anything of these glitches. But let's hope that this doesn't happen again. And if it happens, then be ready with the mobile data or a backup device so that it won't be disrupting the flow of the meeting. But very well, but we handle it very well. We directly move on to the table topic session. And about the session, so what could I say about Toastmaster Sudha ma'am? I always knew that she always comes up with new ideas to educate the people. She was connecting the she was connecting the whole education session with the real world example as well. She was also giving her own perspective, putting it there, and it's a great way to learn. Means whenever you see a senior talking about this contest and taking up education sessions, then it's a great way for all the members to develop and also to do well in the general evaluation. And I like that be the judge activity means we were also judging ourselves and we were also judging other people people. So it gave all the members a pretty good idea of how the judging works, what are the parameters on based on which they are being judged. So a very good activity. Means I saw this very first time and it was very interesting. And I also want each and every one that whatever you have scored to other people, you can share them on the WhatsApp, or you can give them some improvements. You can give it to me wherever when I lacked, wherever I lacked on the whole speech. You can DM me the what were my lacking and how I can improve also. Now, coming on to the last part, which was Toastmaster Darshita's speech, and I would say it was a relatable rant speech. Means I could also have joined your speech regarding the same age and etc. I also feel the same thing, and almost every Gen Z feels the same thing. And I agree with Toastmaster Mitesh's suggestion that you could work on your vocal variety by bringing in the voice modulation and means slowing down the pitch, slowing down the pace of the speech, and also by connecting your speech with a message at the end. Overall, it was a fantastic speech and a fantastic meeting too. And I am also happy to see that guest Raj showing so much interest in our meetings. And I hope that you've joined in our future meeting too. And you did a pretty great table topics as well. And we were all like this at the start only, but as soon as we gave more table topics and we improved. So kudos to guest Raj also. And I hope to see you in further meeting. So that's all from my side, and I would like to call Toastmaster Tejal to give the closing speech, and then we can close the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Tejal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreyans, for such a detailed evaluation report. I'm sure it is going to help us improve and enhance every journey that we undertake. And of course, no meeting is complete without the evaluation. As we wrap up today's session, let's remember that positive mindset isn't about ignoring problems. It's about facing them with confidence, courage, and smile. We heard such beautiful and inspiring stories in the beginning, and it completely resonates with one quote of Winston Churchill, which says, "The positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible." The most inspiring quote for me, which personally helps me change my mindset, which I think I have mentioned in the past as well. It is about, if it's not me, then who? And if it's not now, then when? The way we choose to see the world shapes our experience. On that note, I know we are hard pressed on time, but I would like to share one small video here before I hand it over to presiding officer. Just a second. One second.
Your TMOD script is visible to us.
Yes, I hope the screen is visible.
Yes.
More than visible, I think it should be audible.
It's not audible, but I think we can understand it through the captions. Tejal, you're on mute.
Sorry, yeah. Was it audible?
No, it was not audible. We could read it through the captions.
Just 1 second. Should I reshare it?
Maybe you can send it on the group.
Yeah, I'll send it in the group.
Mention about it.
Yeah, I'll send it in the group. Yeah, so it talks about you always have a choice to choose a better side of it. It's whether it is positive or negative. So that's my time. Over to you, Toastmaster Aditya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tejal, for a wonderful theme. It was really a refreshing session, I would say. Hopefully, I'll take that positive mindset and sit for studying in the afternoon. I'm hoping for it to take that positive mindset out of this meeting with me. And just, I would like to thank everyone who has joined for this meeting, Toastmaster Sudha, for that wonderful education session and a contest style table topic contest. I really hope, and as a VP, I'm really apologetic that I couldn't get more members to join for this meeting. It would have been very helpful for all the members and all the contestants who are going to participate. But surely we can have it, even though it won't be a contest season, we can have it another time. And way you evaluated the table topics at the end, I think I'm going to incorporate it in the meetings as well to keep a table topics evaluator separately in the future meetings. And with that, actually, I had shared the word of the day. Forgot to mention it. The word was resilience, and I thought all of us that joined the meeting showed the resilience throughout the meeting. We had so many technical glitches, network problems, and endless, countless challenges that we faced, but we showed resilience, a positive mindset, and came towards the end of the meeting. Shreyansh is not here, but just a thank you note to him. He had a hard stop at 1 o'clock, but he extended since he was the general evaluator. And once again, I would like to thank guest Raj for joining in and hoping that he joins us in the next meeting as a member and not a guest.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So with that, I conclude this meeting and happy Sunday to everyone. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Tejal and Toastmaster Sudha, for leading this meeting. Although I would definitely add up to Toastmaster Aditya that definitely, despite having that low audience, it wasn't felt that we are disconnected with the session. It was very engaging. It was very insightful, and the way we got prepared for the upcoming contest season, it was something amazing experience. I was very underconfident about table topic contest. That's why I was focusing on ISC. But I think the way it has turned out for me today, I think definitely I am quite confident to perform well in the upcoming table topics as well. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much, guest Raj, for giving your time and attending the session of today. I hope you enjoyed the session and all the activities that we did today. Definitely, we're going to connect with the call, and sure, if you want to connect with Toastmaster Sudha later on today,
Yeah.
uh, I hope Sudha ma'am, you would be available for the to have a conversation with him. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much, everyone, and
Thank you, everyone.
yeah,
Happy
enjoy
Sunday.
your Sunday.
Okay. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Have a good Sunday. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you so much.
Bye
Wish you
bye.
all the same.
Yeah,
Thank you. Bye.
Something to do with the network. I'm still facing so much of it.
No
yeah.
problem. No
Networks,
problem.
internet. I think it's really a big rival.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.